Hi.
This is my mom, Tracy.
And my daughter, Tia. And we're here to talk about homeschooling and unschooling, which she was unschooled. Well, no, we started out homeschooling, right? Because I went to a homeschooling conference because we were so well, I'm sorry. I'm going to back up. I don't want to speed into so last time we talked about her first experience at school, which was the first preschool, was a Montessori school, and it wasn't what we thought it was. So we took her out of school. I have my own business, and so I had kind of a little bit more flexibility with my schedule. So for things like this, I was able to maneuver my time schedule so I can accommodate, like having to take a snatcher out of school and stuff like that. So I took her out of school, and we heard in the meantime about this other program for gifted and talented children, which of course we knew she was. We just knew it. It's only 3. We knew it. So I think she had to kind of test or like interview for it, and I started bugging. I'm one of those people, like I believe the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So once I found this school and we went and interviewed, they were teaching languages. She could pick from French, Spanish, and I think maybe 2 other languages. The teachers were from all over the African continent, the Caribbean. They taught, did I say languages, music, the arts. It was like a full cultural program right in our neighborhood, like maybe 15 minutes from our home. Wow. So we were so excited, and they said, but we have no openings. Excuse me. Can you cut that out? Okay, I was saying that we found a gifted and talented program for Tia in our neighborhood, and it sounded really good. It was, we had to pay tuition. It was a private school. And so we're like, okay, but the program sounds so good. We're going to make it work. And so I called them, I'm probably every 2 weeks, really. When I say the squeaky wheel, I'm like, they know my voice when they enter the phone. And so finally, when they had an opening, they called, and she was going into, she was 4, so pre-K. She had her first teacher, her name was the same first name as Tia.
Tia! Hi, brown there.
She was from Zaire. She was a really, really warm-spirited woman. She had a family. She used to teach French. She taught Tia French lessons. We'll get to that at some point. So you want to tell anything about Montessori?
I honestly dissociated for most of my younger child years. I genuinely just don't remember them, other than, like I said, from pictures. So
what about the purple dress?
That I wore like every day.
Every day. No, she wore, so to the point where I had to go buy her a duplicate purple dress, and I told her teacher, like, this is not the same dress she's wearing. She has 2, and I'm switching them out and washing them. No risk. She refused to go to school without this purple dress. I don't know how long.
Well, if you're gonna make me go to school every day, then I'm gonna wear what I want to wear.
That's the other thing. I don't even know if I should say. Oh, I know how to say this. Okay, so didn't want to go to school. Like, she didn't want to go to school, she didn't want to go to dance school, she didn't want to leave the house a lot of times, and so, but no, I wanted to give her this great education with all these different things and expose her to the arts and culture and, all of that stuff that a good parent does, so. But, like, I would drive her to school in the morning, first I had to wrestle her to get her in her uniform, right? I would put her in her clothes and go in the room and just the clothes would back off. And then, defiance. And so finally, I would get her in the car. She would literally be getting out of her car seat and trying to take off her clothes. I'd have to pull over on the side of the road, and I'll just say, discipline her, and then take her to school.
Gentle parenting didn't exist back then.
She's grown, and we're out the country. I don't think they can do anything. So I would discipline her and put her back in the car. I would have to stop maybe 3 or 4 times. Like I said, it was a 15-minute ride from my house, so like every 5 minutes I'm stopping. And I'm like, I would get in the back of the car, discipline her, and then get back in the front and be like looking around. They don't see my license. Anyway, she went to school. And
at least I turned out great.
She turned out great. She liked the program, but there were just like a couple of things. The first year, she's an empath, and we learned this because Tia would come home from school. Her day was great. Her day was phenomenal. See, how was your day? Oh, it was great, blah, blah. But so-and-so, I'll just call him T. Well, T, they were so mean to him, and then the teacher yelled at him. Oh, he got in trouble. And so, or she would come home just so sad, and like, Tia, what happened? They made so-and-so stand in the corner. Like, her heart was so big for, so, like, how do you handle that? Then, should we stop it? How many do we have? Oh, no.
5 minutes.
Okay, I'm learning how to do this, y'all. Okay, I shouldn't just freaking looked at the screen. Okay, but anyway. So, so this is the second sign. I believe this happened in the first year. This happened in the first year. So Tia's been lactose intolerant since she was born. Like, she didn't have any milk-based formulas or anything, and so she never used formulas at all. We were trying to do some natural things, and so I told that. It was literally on the application, and I reinforced it with the teacher. And Tia didn't have, when she was an infant and toddler, no colic, no kind of mucus-related things. What's the thing babies get all the time? Ear infections. She didn't have any ear infections. Now, she's going to the school, she's coming home with ear infections, like back to back. She has fevers, total sickness all the time. We're like, as soon as she gets well, she gets sick again. As soon as she gets well, she gets sick again. I think I went in early to pick her up one day, and she's sitting there sucking down some chocolate milk. I was fucking I asked the teacher, they would give it to her every day.
Every day.
For months.
Yep, I loved it. At the time.
As soon as we got her off of that, she was fine.
I was fine, but I literally was having horrible, like I do remember those ear infections. Like I can remember that. Like that was not fun at all.
And you know they want to put on antibiotics, and then it's just it's a vicious cycle. So I was glad we figured out what that was, and it just made me more aware to be really super diligent on what she was eating when she went to school. So we handled that. So that was that, and then that was when she was 4 years old. Now when she turned 5 years and went to kindergarten, that's the next video.
Okay. I was like, oh, it's still